Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a topic. I know there are some Elijahs, yes, Elijahs that are gathering around. They are ready to call fire from heaven to come and burn me for what I'm about to say. But no, 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 no. Just imagine if you had a sister that was in like 300 level at the university, a sister or a daughter or a niece or somebody that you really liked that was in 300 level in the university studying a course that you know that once she graduates she'll get a good job, and she also has some abilities that she also has some characteristics that are nice and that are pleasant. And suddenly in year 3 she meets a 50 something year old married guy and she starts dating him. This man has a wife, has a family. She starts dating him. She just leaves everything, abandons her studies to date him. How would you feel? Would you support her? Just imagine. And okay, let's say when the relationship started, the man was like doing everything for her, showering her with gifts, made her feel that everything was perfect. And suddenly, at the very end, he just started misbehaving. What would you do? Just be honest. Would you encourage your sister or that your friend to continue dating a married man that has no future permanent plans for her? Or would you want her to finish school and do something useful with her life? And do you know who that young woman is? Yes, that young woman is Nigeria. Yes, young woman is Nigeria. Nigeria, we are blessed. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you what is happening. There's something happening in the world. Yes, people are angry. People are telling other people, leave my country. I'm going to talk about Trump's very harsh immigration policies. I'm also going to talk about how this connects to Chidinma. Yes, remember Chidinma additional Miss Oceania and Miss Oceania and Miss Africa in the recent Miss Universe. You know her story. I will connect how Trump's immigration policies and the harsh immigration policies from other nations, especially in Europe, how this connects to Chidinma's story. So you won't miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I am passionate about singles. I'm so passionate about singles because I know that singles have a lot of potential. So when I see a single person that gets desperate, I want to marry and does some funny things, I don't really like it because singles have so much to give. Now, let's relate it to Nigeria. We know what's happening in the world. First of all, Trump. Since Trump, after the inauguration, Trump started giving executive orders, just as if it was, the way a child will just give sweet out to his friends. Trump has been signing so many executive orders, and he's determined that people that are illegal migrants in America, he's determined that they should come back to Africa. And in fact, Nigerians that are in that situation, he's determined that they should come back to Nigeria. But now look at it. Is it only Trump? Recently in the UK, they had a riot. Yes, they had a riot where some people that consider themselves as real indigenes or real residents, they started being antagonistic to people that they feel have darker skins. And it was really an issue. At a point, blacks in the UK were getting scared. So you see that even before Trump gave this order, even before Trump has started this, taking people from America to Africa or back to their homeland, things have been happening. Things have been happening. Recently, a woman, is in Côte d'Ivoire, from one country in Africa. She went home for holiday and she wanted to get back to the United States. This is someone with dual citizenship. Dual citizenship. I'm not talking about somebody that just sneaked into USA. She has her papers are complete. When she got back, before she could enter, they started asking her questions. Which passport exactly did you use to go to your country? She said, because she's a dual citizen, I used my passport from my country to enter. From the other country, I'm a citizen of, not American passport. Do you know what they did? They seized her passport. So I don't even know till now if she has been allowed to enter back into America. If you know if she has been allowed, please put it in the comment. But the issue I'm trying to talk about is that people are angry in different parts of the world and the economies are harsh. It's not like before when migrants come, the indigenes, they have access to jobs, things are easy, they can buy food. It's not only in Nigeria that things are difficult. All over the world, there's inflation, rising cost of goods. People are angry, and when people start angry, that's when they start remembering that you are not originally from here. That kind of thing. It's been happening. Even Kemi, she's an MP I think she's an MP. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, of the Conservative Party in the UK. Yes, Kemi. She's saying that they want to put. She's even proposing a hash that people in the UK, they have to stay 15 years before they are considered. That is, these are legal residents, so people that were given paper to go to the UK from Africa or wherever, they have to stay 15 years before they will even be considered to give citizenship. So whether we like it or not, things are happening. People are tired. People are telling Africans to go home. And should we now cry about it? No, we should not. Do you know why? Maybe it's something we should rejoice about. Maybe it's happening for a purpose. You know, just like they told Esther, maybe you are here for a time like this. It was said, maybe you are here. Maybe this thing is happening for a time like this. Maybe there's something that will happen in Africa. Maybe things will be better. Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Maybe by the time they come back, we'll be able to build Africa. Do you know what? Africa is a continent. Nigeria is a country. We don't even need any external help. We have enough resources, material and human resources. If we decide to be serious, if we decide to do the right thing, I'm telling you, give Nigeria 5 years. We won't be talking about all this nonsense we're talking about. Maybe it's an opportunity for Nigeria to develop. Remember, now I want to connect it to Chidinma. You'll be wondering, how is this connected to Chidinma Additional? You know that Chidinma Additional, for many years, while she was in South Africa, she really thought she was a South African. She sounds like a South African. She grew up in South Africa. She hardly came to Nigeria. But you know what happened? When push came to shove, when push has come to shove, they started saying, no, we don't want her. She's not part of us. Imagine how she felt. So if you are someone, you have children abroad or you are living abroad, you think that they accept you. You'll be surprised when something happens. You realize that they never really accepted you. Is it not better to come home? Is it not better to come home and help us to build Nigeria? Nigeria, we have so much to give. We have so much. So these harsh policies may not be a disadvantage at the end of the day. We may sit back just like Joseph, after he was put in a prison and all that. We may sit back and realize that all these things, they are working together for good. Now, see Chidinma's example. They thought that it was over. They laughed at her. They made her feel bad. But what happened at the end of the day? By the time she accepted her Nigerianness and said, I'm a Nigerian, and decided to be proud of Nigeria, to represent Nigeria. Sometimes people living abroad, they have this shame. They don't want to be associated with Nigeria. They want to deny Nigeria. But at the end of the day, you are Nigerian, whether you like it or not. Chidinma, she eventually accepted. She eventually accepted that she was Nigerian. I'm not saying that she was ashamed of Nigeria. I'm just using her as an example, as an illustration. She has learned things about Nigeria that she didn't know about. She has gone to places in Nigeria. By the time she accepted who she was, she stopped being under the cover of another nation. She was celebrated. The world celebrated her. That is what it will be for Nigerians. When we get to that point, when we realize that we are Nigerians, we are proud of Nigeria, we don't start looking for alternatives. You see what's happening in Nigeria. When you think of alternatives, oh, there's an alternative. I can go to this country to give birth. Even there's even a law that they say they will start questioning some birth citizenship. Yes, it has reached the stage where they may be questioning birth citizenship. So this thing of running abroad, or I'm going to give birth to my children abroad, it may not work eventually. One day you may realize that that child will be deported or you will be treated in a very bad way. Even now they are complaining. People in other parts of the world, they are complaining. They are not being treated in the best way, but they feel that Nigeria, there's nothing here. So that's why they are there. So we want Nigeria to be so big and so developed that these people will start coming back home to build our nation. We can do it together. So I'm standing and I say, maybe it's not such a bad thing what Trump is doing. Okay, now I've said it. Are you people like that? Are you now going to say fire should fall on me? Are you, or have you now forgiven me? I'm sure you've forgiven me. Say, please let's talk about in comments. What do you think about it?